Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Toronto Mounties and the Austin Desperados. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Mounties and the Austin Desperados. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Austin team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at Matt Ryan, a man who's been in the league since back in 2008.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now Ryan on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan. That's taken in by Callaway. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, and complete to Zach Ertz. He's got a first down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run. Montgomery. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Get him, boy. Ready to go.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And now running right through it. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hey, got 4 down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On On second down now, it's Henry. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Whalen. And this is going to be incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Whalen, and brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hatchet.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Backed up now from their own 4 as they come up 2nd down.
Check 26.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. Well, they're going to have some space here on the free kick.
You're exactly right about that. They just wish that they could have the free kick and not give up the 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. This will be fielded at the 17.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Whalen. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Looking to throw. Whalen, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Whalen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Complete. It's Henry.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch right, watch right. Watch right, watch right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. He finds Beckham complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Ryan. He finds his target, Beckham. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And now heading back out there, here's the defense. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. Throwing on 1st down. Whalen dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Back to throw. Whalen going to look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Ryan. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now this one complete on the slant route. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Ryan, and he connects with Ertz. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Derrick Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Carl Nassib there on the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Ryan. He completes it to Henry. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in.
Sure did, Cuevas. Wild game. OCW goes live, hopefully 5 o'clock today, so you know, in case you didn't catch that alert.
They had no answer.
Lutz with the extra point. The lead is up to 8. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27.
And Brandon Ace gets that world title shot he's been begging for today. So look out for that.
Back out there now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement. Down on the scoreboard, maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well.
I'll be back shortly. I got to go get my daughter up for school.
And continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the counter, Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So here is the home side to take over on offense. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
You got tight. You got tight.
Montgomery on the counter. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit, trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Whalen. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, Whalen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Whalen. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Whalen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Whalen. It's caught by Sanders.
Shelby Gaming's in the house. How's it going?
Shy the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Whalen. And he finds Cook.
Oh, shit. He stepped out.
Down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, they were in the red zone, and they needed a first down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it.
Ready up. 58. 58 for Mike.
Operating from the gun. Whalen. Gonna flare this one out to
horrible
Gurley in the
play.
flat. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
Hey, good luck, my brother. Good luck. We're still trying to build this. What's your plan for it? How you plan on doing it? It might take forever for you to explain it in the chat room, but hey, why not? I know here in the DFL we're trying to get humans to come in as his players. We're gonna have 32 so far. Brandon Cuevas, who's in the chat with us, thanks to him, he's the first human player to join the league. So he'll have that linked to his name forever. So yeah, we're just trying to get some people to join, create their own players, and put them in the draft. That's good red zone defense right there by the Desperados. If they hit this field goal, a score of 10-5 is going to look so awkward.
Field goal forthcoming for Steven Hauschka from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 12-year veteran.
This man said just a chippy. What?
For that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are.
Well, I'll offer this to you as a small suggestion, if you don't mind. The DFL, we only have 16 teams. And we let the other 16 teams alone, so we don't even bother with that conference. We relocated the entire AFC conference. That being said, with 16 teams, what we're doing is, if a team from our relocation plays one of the real NFL teams, I simulate the win. So the win automatically goes to the DFL team. So it counts as like, it's kind of like a bye week, but it's a free 1 week. I don't know if you can do that in the basketball game. But we only worry about the games where it's DFL versus DFL, which means I can have a maximum of just 8 games a week. And if I have my numbers right in basketball, you might be looking at 8 to 10 yourself if you did just one conference. I'm not worried about the other half. But I don't know how often the East plays the West in basketball anymore. I haven't really paid attention to basketball in a couple of years. I forget. That could have a major bearing on it. We're pretty much doing the same thing you said. We relocated every team. We had a fantasy draft of the entire roster. And then owners were made trades if they wanted to, free agent signings if they wanted to, pick their game plan. So yeah, probably on the same page.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
That was an awesome return.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports.
Oh yeah, that's why we spent hours working on the sliders. Because the original sliders just absolutely suck. If you look at our gameplay compared to what most Madden gameplay is, you can tell it's different. It's still not where I want it though. There's still some work to be done. But that's what the off-season will give us after this one. It's showing us the Redwoods and the Beats have a game yet. That game hasn't even aired yet.
One final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half.
Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast
And I'll be back again. Still trying to get my daughter out of bed.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Whalen. That'll be complete to Cook. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I got you.
5. Throwing on 3rd and long. Whalen, he'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. It's player spotlight time, and we focus that spotlight on the quarterback, Matt Ryan. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Watch the slant. Check out.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Ryan caught by the tight end Ertz. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Second and 10 now. Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Desmond King making the tackle. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Gurley, and he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. On third down, Whalen.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here is the home side to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Henry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let him go.
Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Spinning past him, able to slither by. 51 yards on the punt there.
Let's go.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Whalen complete. Smith has it. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Whalen into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What did you see there, Charles, on that interception from the rookie?
They've shown him certain looks on defense throughout the first half, and they pulled the string here in the second half because he got used to those looks, and they showed the exact same thing, but changed it up just a little bit where he thought something was open, and now with the change in defense, it no longer was.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's where you belong.
On third down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Peppers. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw on second down. Whalen, he gets it to Gurley, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Get the ball. Ready, go. Set, go.
On first down, Whalen, it's caught, Smith. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
91.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30 base. 58, come on. Hey, let's get this.
Throwing on first down, Whalen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Whalen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a draw play for Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Right there. All day, baby.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This is Henry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock.
How you been, Walter? Football's good in the world.
You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it with Henry on first down. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On second down now, it's Henry, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a third down.
Good.
If you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Here's Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Now on now is the punter as he'll come to kick
this game has been pretty gosh darn good. Could be blocked, and it is.
It's blocked. It hits the top, and this is a live ball, remember.
He's going to score!
Down Broadway.
Why did my voice go up like that?
Partners, you well know every block punt wouldn't necessarily.
Will the Mounties
Sometimes the guy just finds his way back.
go for 2 to tie it up right now? Or will they take the extra point?
Turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
All right, now a big 2-point.
Going for 2.
Attempt still to come.
This game is great.
From the gun.
He's got him.
Whalen.
Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag.
Flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Oh, penalty declined. He had the receiver at the top of the screen wide open. He missed him.
This will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
That was the decision made by the Mounties. They got the young rookie, Dallas Whalen. He's only a 69 overall, leading this team.
So the lead shaved to 2 now.
We'll see how much he can develop as this season progresses. We're halfway home after this week. We have one more game, the 5-1 Redwoods versus the 5-1 Beats. That'll come your way a little later this morning.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action now. Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. On second down, it's Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. To throw on third down. Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They bring their punter out there now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this offense on third down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Off the play fake. Whalen. And that will be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now Ryan back into his end zone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back to tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Returning is Peppers. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. To throw on 2nd and 6. Ryan. That's taken in by Callaway. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Ryan. The objective there, yes. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Tyrone Crawford able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2, and time, a huge factor. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Whalen. He completes it to Wilson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's our visitors.
We are at the 2-minute warning. The Mounties down by 2.
It looks like it's going to go down the wire. The throw.
He's got to get upfield there.
Taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Beautiful play.
Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
Protect the football, Whalen. 3 timeouts. They should just run the ball, try to get in field goal range.
Ball at 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be
this is stupid play calling here. Get upfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has...
This is too far for a field goal.
He'll look to throw.
Worst thing they could do is take a sack.
He's taken down. Now the offense going to use...
This is the game right here. 13 sacks in this game. What the hell?
Down. Back to throw. And no.
Damn.
Complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go on downs on the short side of the field. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let him know. Let him know. Check 31.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easy.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the home team here, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our